talk to you?
We're about to start shooting.
Please, Donnie.
Just give me a sec. What do you want from me?
You know exactly what I want. I want you to stop this.
Jesus Christ, Becky, how many times are we gonna have this conversation? You know this is what I need to do to get where I want to be.
If you go through with this, I'm leaving you. I don't want to sit around and watch you ruin your life.
Fine.
Fine? That's it?
Yeah, I'm going through with it.
Then we're through. I hope you realize you're taking the easy way out.
We still rolling?
Yeah.
I'm Donnie Gallagher, and in 7 days I'm gonna cut off my arm to become a professional stuntman. How's that?
Perfect. Sorry about your girlfriend.
That's all right. I got a feeling that our paths will cross again soon.
Why do you say that?
She just lives down the street.
Listen, you don't understand. He's had a million of these ideas. He commits to them for a couple of weeks, a couple of days, a couple of hours, and then he forgets about them. He moves on, and that's exactly what would have happened with this if you didn't show up with your camera.
So you think he's gonna go through with it?
I don't know, he might. I mean, he broke up with me for it.
So I've been applying for stunt work online since I quit high school. Haven't got a single damn reply. They all say you need 2, 3, 4 years experience, but I can't get a job without experience, and I can't get experience without a job. So wrap your head around that one. Nobody's gonna give me a chance, and that's clear now. I've got to make my own chances. I've got to make my own destiny. I need a leg up on the competition. I need something the industry can use. I hate that CGI stuff, Give me American Werewolf in London, not Paris. Give me Star Wars episodes 4 to 6, not 1 to 3. Puppetry, fake blood, stunts, that's the type of stuff that looks good on film, man. Take The Exorcist, for example. That movie was made in 1973, and it still holds up to this day. It's because the effects were flawless, and they didn't rely on CGI.
So how did you come up with the idea of amputating your arm in the first place?
I don't know. That's like asking, how did Isaac Newton think of gravity? Or how did Benjamin Franklin think of electricity? It just hit me one day, like an apple hitting you in the head or a bolt of lightning hitting the kite. Okay, imagine this. I'm in a movie, right? And the director has a fake arm that he can do whatever he wants with. He can stab it, he can shoot it, he can cut it off, he can blow it off, he can rip it off, he can do whatever. No computerized bullshit. He just has a physical limb that he can do whatever with. So let's say I'm in a sword fight and I'm a bad guy. And the hero comes along and he brings his sword down to my arm, just like that. My fake arm goes flying off, and then there's a rubber hose and they're spraying corn syrup and blood everywhere, and they would look great, right? And I'd have a huge advantage over the other guys in the business. There's plenty of work out there for it too. There's action movies, horror flicks, zombie films. Directors love shooting real stuff in their films, right? I think directors honestly are as tired of real D, 3D, HD, fucking Blu-ray disc and CGI as I am.
I don't think he's stupid, no. I mean, I kind of thought he was stupid when I first met him, but, it wasn't his brains that attracted me to him. He's hot. He looks just like Ryan Gosling.
So which arm are you planning to remove?
That was actually a tough decision. See, I'm right-handed. I throw with my right, I write with my right, and I punch with my right. But for some reason, I jerk off with my left, and I have no idea why.
Once I got to know him better, I realized Donnie's not stupid. He thinks differently than most people.
I figure I'll eventually learn to use my right hand to jerk it, or I might get a prosthetic girl's hand. Okay, my mom's here. Just remember, don't tell her that I'm planning to cut my arm off. You know how moms are.
So what's with the camera?
I'm a student in film school. We have to do a character study, so I chose to do mine on Donnie.
Why?
Well, everyone has a story to tell.
Well, not my Donnie. How much are you paying him anyways?
It's an independent film, Mom. They don't have the resources to pay me.
I wish you'd stop fooling around with this stuff and just go get a real job.
I have a real job, Mom. Remember? I'm a mailman.
You're a paper boy, Donnie.
Ah.
There's a big difference.
Potato, potato.
Well, it's not that I want him to move out. It's just I don't want him here anymore.
So it's Sunday, which means my mom doesn't have to work today, so she's sleeping in. So I get the car. So right now we're going to get my buddy Worms.
Worms? What can I tell you about Worms? I mean, well, his name is Worms, so that can probably tell you a lot. He's this weird little skater kid Donnie met at school in this program for underachievers.
Oh!
We used to call them the Crayon Crew. I never did like him. If Donnie left me alone with him for even a minute, he'd make these god-awful attempts at small talk. Like, he is the most awkward person alive.
Hey, I was at 7-Eleven the other day, and I asked for a cup of cheese. I usually do. They started charging me 50 cents though. Do you have change for $1?
So the reason why I'm giving myself a week to do this is I want to have some time to enjoy two-arm life. You know, I want to take advantage of some bi-armed activities. So that's why today me and Worms are going to go fishing. I can kind of relate to fish, you know. They're just swimming around the filthy red river, having no clue where they're going, just hoping if they keep thrashing their tails around that they'll eventually find a worm. I just hope when I find my worm, there isn't a hook on the end. You know, I used to go fishing all the time with my old buddy Mike. He kind of showed me the ropes, I guess. But now that Mike's gone, I've really only got worms. It's not really the same.
I think Donnie really misses Mike. I mean, those guys used to do everything together. They were inseparable. But then after high school, he just up and moved to Brandon.
Yeah, me and Donnie go way back, you know. I've been going to school with him since the first grade up until high school, you know. I mean, like, I'm like a big brother to him. We're more like brothers than we are friends. If I was in Winnipeg right now, I'd be knocking some sense into his head about not cutting his goddamn arm off.
So why did you leave home?
I left home. I got a good construction job in Brandon, and it's one of those things, you know, if you can get out of Winnipeg, you know, you're considered like a legend or a hero. You know, get out of that shithole and move on to something new, you know.
Even Brandon?
I think what Donnie needs to realize is that we all got to settle down. We all got to get good jobs to make a living. You know, he's got to stop pretending that he's going to be famous. He didn't even finish high school and he thinks he's going to be something special. I mean, come on.
I quit school because, you know, I just knew it wasn't for me. You know, like, I'm never gonna be a chemist or a geographer or a fucking language artist. So to me, I was like, what's the point of learning this stuff? You know, so I dropped out. I got this job. You know, figured I'd find my own place and go from there. But man, I didn't realize that jobs don't pay nearly as much as I thought they did. This damn recession, I guess, eh? But you know, to me, it seems like you gotta go big these days if you want to get noticed. You know, so that's why I think what I'm doing isn't crazy at all. I mean, a guy like Van Gogh, you know, he cut off his own ear and nobody thought he was crazy. And now he's like super famous.
You see, I grew up. I got a real job. I got my own place. You know, life's decent. You know, I got no complaints.
But you're just renting out the basement, right?
I'm renting it out, yeah, but I mean, everything in the basement is all mine. You know, except for the air hockey table. That's not mine. I'm not supposed to play on it, but I do sometimes, anyways. You know, sometimes you just gotta accept that you can't. You're never gonna be what you want to be. You know, I mean, for instance, for myself, I should be playing in the NHL right now. You know, and I mean. I'm like, I don't like to brag or anything, but I was the best player in my hockey team. I was MVP 3 years in a row, and you know, I was going to go on to the NHL if I never blew out my knee. I mean, that's just the way she goes sometimes. You know, I always thought that Donnie would have made a good hockey player like me. You know, if he could have skated or could shoot or stick handle, but Donnie he had no talents. And I mean, even a guy like Worms had talents. He was an awesome skateboarder. Me and him were both just wicked skateboarders. And he could play guitar, boy. He was a good guitar player. I mean, I was a drummer myself, mashed the drums, and we started a band one time. It was me on drums, and Worms played the guitar and sang, and we couldn't find any instrument that Donnie could play, so we had to just stick him on the bass.
What? I thought that one was our best one yet.
Ah, fuck! I forgot to plug in my amp.
And that's how it usually was with Donnie, was stick him in the least important thing so he couldn't fuck anything up, because he was just the shits at everything. Yeah, but and then my dad bought me a video camera for my birthday one year, and we started making little movies.
Good morning. You feeling any better, Pumpkin Pirate? Yeah, it could be one of those 24-hour things.
Donnie did like acting and stuff like that, and
That was fast. Top of the best. Yeah, you sure know how to put up a tent.
you know. But when we got Donnie to do his first stunt, you know, that's when we really found something that he was actually interested in.
Goodbye, cool world.
I don't know if it was bravery or stupidity or what it was.
All right.
He's just this big, solid dude with an amazing threshold for pain. I mean, we'd do anything that we'd fucking say to him. He'd run through that wall, he'd go, and I mean, he finally found something that he was good at.
You know, I've never really been a big sports guy, but I figure it's going to be pretty hard to play with one arm, so might as well shoot some hoops. Water worms?
No thanks. I don't drink water.
Well, I'm not gonna miss this at all. Basketball fucking sucks. I'm starting to realize that there isn't a lot I need 2 arms for anyways. I mean, what's Becky's problem? And what did she mean when she said I'm taking the easy way out? This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I'd like to see her cut off her own arm. Do you think I'll fail, Worms?
I don't know.
No, go, like, just ask me. Like, seriously, just ask. Say, what if I cut off my arm and I don't get hired as a stuntman?
What if you cut off your arm and don't get hired as a stuntman?
Well, you're an idiot, because that's impossible. I mean, even if I don't get a job right away, I'm gonna get noticed for cutting off my arm, right? Probably end up on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Then the jobs will start pouring in. I'm telling you, it's foolproof.
I don't know if he's doing it to be famous. He could be, but I just think there's more to it. Like, he hasn't had a perfect life. I mean, his friend moved away, his mom doesn't care about him, and his dad split when he was younger, but I think that had a big effect on him.
Yeah, my dad took off a long time ago. I'm not mad or resentful or anything. He was just following his dream, like I am now. He races exotic cars in exotic places. Just not the type of lifestyle for a guy with a family, you know, with all the traveling and everything like that.
His father. He works at a bar in Transcona.
But I totally get it. He had to make a sacrifice for his dream. His sacrifice was his family, and my sacrifice is my arm. And Becky.
I don't know. I think there might be something deeper down. There's always been this kind of sadness in him that I've felt, like maybe even subconsciously, he wants to hurt himself to feel something.
There is a disorder that comes to mind, which your subject, Donnie, could be suffering from. It's called Body Integrity Identity Disorder, or BIID. People with this disorder feel an urge, a strong desire to live life without a certain limb. It's not known exactly why. Some people believe that it's caused by neurological failing, which prevents the brain from understanding that, say, the left arm, for example, is part of the body. The brain doesn't take ownership of the limb, therefore the person believes that it shouldn't be a part of them. But other people believe that it's purely psychological, likely caused by certain life experiences.
So have you ever dealt with this disorder?
No, not myself. It's quite rare. The dangerous part is that people who suffer from BIID are much more likely to take action themselves than to seek out professional help. Generally speaking, they don't want to learn to live with the limb in question. They just want it to be gone. Many people have been known to damage their limbs beyond repair, forcing doctors to amputate, or they simply remove the limbs themselves. Ironically, after the limb is removed, many of them say that now they finally feel complete. Now, it's a fascinating paradox.
Right. Donnie's he's never mentioned any sort of discomfort about having 2 arms.
Right. But I think his motivation seems unrealistic to me. The connection between amputation and a career as a stuntman is a stretch, to say the least. It might be a cover for his true motivation. Or maybe he just feels that this career move angle sounds more understandable than simply desiring amputation.
So you think Donnie has this disorder?
Well, either that or he's a complete idiot.
He's basically what he's doing is selling a piece of his body for a job. Like Donnie has no idea the dangers or the consequences of what he's doing. I can't be there myself, so I hope someone is clear-minded enough to convince that idiot that it's the stupidest fucking idea he'll ever do in his life.
All right. How's that?
Give it one more. It's got to be like real tight, man. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm just showing Worms here how it's going to go on the big day. He's going to secure my arm here for removal. Then we got the hacksaw there to cut it off.
Wouldn't a power saw be a lot faster?
Oh, no. I don't use power tools. They're way too dangerous, and I'm not allowed to. But That's besides the point. A hacksaw worked fine with a guy's leg in the movie Saw. I figure an arm's not too different. So after we cut off the arm, we're gonna take my mom's iron here and we're gonna vulcanize the wound shut.
Sorry, vulcanize?
Yeah, vulcanize. It means to, melt something closed with heat. Look it up. Yeah, I saw it done in Boondock Saints. They vulcanize Rocco's finger after it gets shot off. And I almost forgot, before we even get to the cutting, Worms is gonna break my arm with this cement block here. That way it should be easier to cut through. It's what James Franco did in 127 hours. He broke it with a rock.
Didn't he use like a boulder for leverage, not just smash it with a rock?
I don't know. That scene was way too much for me, actually.
So you're basing this entire operation on movies you've seen?
Well, yeah, but directors have to do research before they make a movie, right? So they're all based on facts.
So how much of your arm do you want me to cut off?
I'd say about here. It's like cutting wood for carpentry. Rather cut off too little than too much. That way on the big day, if we need to, we can cut it again.
So do you want me to loosen the vise now?
You know what? No. Let's just do it right now. We got everything here. I'm ready to go. What the hell am I waiting for?
Well, you're gonna do it right now?
Yeah. Like, what's the point of waiting 2 more days? You know, if I don't do it now, I'll probably never do it. So, let's just do it.
Donnie, you set a date. Like, maybe we should just stick to that.
Grab the cement block, Worms.
Hold on. Let's just talk about this for a second, guys.
Ready, Worms?
I guess so.
Hold on, Donnie.
Nope. Can't wait. Can't hesitate. Hesitation kills dreams. Okay, wait. Okay, yeah. Hold on. So let me get ready. All right, Worms. Do it. I can't lunge. Oh! Fuck! Is it broken? My foot is. Get me out of here. Oh.
Maybe you should go to the hospital, Donnie.
No. No hospitals. I'm fine. Really. Worms, hand me that duct tape.
I don't know, man. Like, it could be broken. You might need a cast.
I don't need a cast. This is just as good. It's all about applying pressure to the wound. Fuck! You know, I don't know if I'm doing the right thing anymore. I just want to be somebody. I just want to be remembered. I don't want to be working some shitty job for the rest of my life. Part of me thinks those people who work at gas stations and fast food restaurants and bowling alleys, they just didn't have the balls to make a move. But then the other part of me just, thinks I'm out of my fucking mind. Sometimes I just feel like grabbing the steering wheel and jerking it and crashing into the guardrail. Not because I want to die or anything. I'm not suicidal. I just want to put my life on hold. When you're mangled up in the hospital, nobody expects you to go to work or do chores. You don't have to figure shit out. You don't have to make progress in life. You just get to lay there with life on pause. And people feel bad for you, They come and visit you in the hospital. Dads visit their sons in the hospital.
That one's called Satan's dick.
And all it takes is just one little jerk of the steering wheel. That's what I think about sometimes.
You're not thinking about that right now, are you?
Donnie? What the fuck is that? Are you alright?
I did it. I fucking went for it, man.
Are you serious? We missed the shot.
Who gives a shit about a fucking shot?
Just calm down. We need to get you to a hospital.
No. I need to see Becky.
Where's your mom, Donnie?
Well, she's at work, but don't tell her what I did.
This is pretty serious.
Just fucking get me Becky.
Alright, okay. Somebody please get Becky on the phone.
Donnie? It's Becky. Can you please open up?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shh. It's okay. I'm okay. Okay, I want to keep my arm. You know, halfway through I had like this moment, you know, like an epiphany. That may just be the blood loss right now, and I may be a little lightheaded, but everything's starting to make sense.
What makes sense?
That you were right, you know, that this is the easy way out.
So you ever get like a hole in your sock, and then like when you put your shoe on, you gotta like fold it over so your toe doesn't pop through?
No. Why? Do you have a hole in your sock?
No, I don't wear socks.
Becky! Wow, what the hell was that for?
You scared the shit out of me, Donnie. What the hell were you thinking? You could have bled to death, for fuck's sakes.
Listen, I'm fine. You know, I didn't cut as deep as I thought. They just threw a bunch of stitches in my arm.
Please tell me you're done with this stupid idea.
I am. I swear. I want to be with you. Okay? I know I'm going to have to work hard to have a good life. You know, nothing's going to be handed to me.
So you're gonna go back to school and get a steady job?
Well, no, I kind of got a better idea. While I was in there, there was one of those car commercials on the TV. You know the ones where they crash a car with a dummy inside to show how safe it is?
Okay.
Well, I was thinking, you know, who cares about some crash test dummy? If people really want to feel safe driving a vehicle, they're going to want to see a real person survive that crash. I could be that real person.
Oh my god.
Now, I know what you're thinking, that being a live crash test dummy is super dangerous, but cars nowadays are super safe. Like that one in the commercial, it had like 9 airbags. That dummy couldn't have been any safer. You know, I figure all I gotta do is get worms to film me crashing my mom's car. You know, I'll use that as like a demo tape, send it into big car companies. They pay big money to see me crash their vehicles. I'm telling you, Becky, it's foolproof.
I guess I was wrong. I guess Donnie is a fucking idiot.